All right, man. Fuck it. Let's start the stream early. I pushed it back long enough as it is. Tokyo Ghoul chapter 119. Just looking at this page right here. I can't imagine any realm of possibility in which this dialogue between Akira and Amon isn't really feel intensive. Especially, I wouldn't even say so much so from Amon's perspective. If we get that and him actually bearing his emotions to her, that's gonna be fucking powerful. But definitely for Akira, I'm expecting it to be pretty emotional and impactful. So we're gonna get into it. I see the chapter title is Cruise, which I'm guessing we're translating to cross, and then I'm guessing that just translates back to Amon at that point. But will Ishida really give this one piece of dialogue? I mean, I guess it really deserves the whole chapter. It really does kind of deserve the whole chapter. Still salty that I have yet to actually get a real conversation between both Kaneki and Toka and Kaneki and Amon, but this is just as good, in my opinion. It's necessary. So smash that like button if you're hype. I'm going to get into the chapter right now. I don't even think I'm going to need the shades, so I'm not going to bother grabbing them, but once he thought he would never come to know the colors or the color of those eyes, and yet, okay. Yeah, she's been playing at that heavily. I don't think, even with the dialogue with Toka, we haven't really seen, a clear view of the man's mental state right now. Marstella. Still can't believe he saved her. See, that's a good man right there. Akira should be able to forgive anything just because he saved her like that. How'd you even get in? Into my house, I mean. Your window. You breaking and entering, huh? A first-class investigator of justice doing all that. Look, man, those dire circumstances. You can't fault him just because he has easy access. Just because he was training out there on the balcony doesn't mean, just because he was lurking on the window doesn't mean that in the future it's going to be a problem, Akira. Man did what he had to do. Forgive me. You're a former investigator too. She's so guarded right now. It's insane. I thought it was bad in as far as her response to Kaneki, but if this takes a similar turn, if anybody's is penetrating through this right now, it's gonna be Amon. Akira. What is this? This note on the side. Kotaro Amon, the floppy. An unprecedented return. First of all, let me apologize for being here without saying anything to you. Thanks for bringing Marstella back. Thank you, Akira. That's first and foremost. That's what you need to be addressing right there. If it weren't for this man right here, which deep down inside you truly love, Marstella would be dead. Straight up. I don't even. To be honest, the man realistically just went for Marstella though, and Rue was a month ago. How did it really make it through that intermediary time? Unless he did that like immediate. No, it couldn't. It's not possible. Yeah, she was ailing before they actually got him on for like 3 weeks. Yeah, there's no way. I don't believe in this unless Marcel has some secret techniques, some food stores. I'm not too sure how that went down. I lived these past few years as if you had died. I whited out all the emotions I held and poured myself into my work. I don't even know what to talk about at this point. And you can avoid it all you want to. You know damn well that not a day passed where you didn't carry those emotions on your sleeve. Same can be said for your relationship with Sato. This one is far more pointed though. I don't need your apologies. In fact, at the moment, I'm neither happy nor annoyed. I'm just confused. I'm sorry, former first class Amon, like placing heavy distance between the two of you. No, I refuse to believe. I understand. It's hard to be able to move forward from this point that she's been placed in. Especially as far as Amon, the man that she loved, where she thought the man was gone for years. But in the very moment that she first saw him again, you could see that all that shit flooded back. There's no way. You're lying to yourself if you think those feelings have changed out here. No, it's fine. I'm going to stay here for a while. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to lean on me. I'll be here. Honestly, like, no lie, Amon, like, my feels for the character in and of itself right now, they're like transcending most things. It's I mean, the parallels with Kaneki are apparent on themselves, although the root drive for both those characters and the way that their mentality and personas are set up are completely disparate. But even still, that's why they're juxtaposed so heavily. To be ultimately in the same exact position, he has no choice but to just stay with Goat at this stage. I don't see any other outcome. It would be nice if I knew what he and Kaneki spoke about, but what is this? I didn't lie. But then why do I feel like I didn't tell him any truths either? Exactly! Exactly. You're walling everyone and everything off at this point, Akira. And I can't blame you. At this point, I don't even know how to face him. So, all right, so I'm right. He definitely, it hasn't changed. And she literally can't bring herself to address in the way that she truly wants to because of her personality inherently, that stern, rigid exterior that she's always put up. And then she masks that a step further and layers it with this kind of, motherly temperance, which has since faded as well. This is shit like this right here that makes me love Akira so much, though. Yeah, no, it wasn't as feel heavy as I thought it would be, but these last couple panels actually get to me. Damn. The king, bro. You still perched up on this rooftop? Thank you. Yo, give me a full dialogue, please. Don't cut away from this, Ishida. I'm gonna be salty. I swear to God. How'd it go? You went to see her, didn't you? Looks like it went about as well as my attempt. My boy, you're not even pulling bunches on it. Yo. Like, just really thinking about this for a second. Like, thinking about, not even thinking about Reed at all, but just thinking about the Inception series, thinking about part one. What this panel means in deference to that. Them stairs. This is probably gonna be one of my favorite panels for a while. That shit's real. Standing on the same side. Amon should be able to fully empathize and understand him at this point too, regardless of that kind of empty drive force and death drive that he has versus Amon's justice. The very fact that was a large portion of Amon's curiosity with his character and him, and it actually drove him to start uncovering the truth behind the world. This is going to be one of the strongest bonds if handled correctly going forward, and this is going to translate into that. I mean, it no longer allows for that end game that I initially saw back in the day, but it allows for something even greater, I think. I was sure you'd be able to get through to her, Amon. You used to be her boss and all. Yeah, this man's got jokes for Amon right now. My apologies, I'm pretty useless. Shall we talk a bit? Sure. After I made it out of Algiri tree, I hid to give Kano's dogs the slip. Yeah, I'm wondering where Kano resides right at this moment after he left with his naked band of new cues. Really curious. My body hadn't really acclimated itself to the kako yet, and I wasn't getting enough food. I wouldn't have been able to take out even one of those bastards. Meanwhile, if you were actually feeding, and you had to have been handling to a certain extent. To a certain extent. But if you actually had been, you just based on what we saw with the Clash of Sato, and you had control of that form, that's some god tier shit right there. That's like the closest thing. I stand by the statement. It's the closest thing to Kuzen that we've seen. Period. And while I laid low, I managed in my own way to teach myself to use my Kagane. I was quite fortunate. Toka taught me quite a number of things. Let me reminisce on that right now, Kaneki, my dude. Rabbit, huh? It's strange, isn't it? For two men who were once out for each other's lives to sit shoulder to shoulder like this. See, that's exactly what I'm saying, Amon. It's heavy. Well, I just didn't think that you were trying to kill me, aside from the first time. I mean, that's how shocking it all was to me. I'd never even heard of a ghoul that would let an investigator go in a situation like that. It opened his eyes, dude. Yo, Amon's echoing everything that I feel about this conversation right now in this dynamic. Eye patch. The world looks at things in a simple way. To them, ghouls are man-eating monsters. Nothing more, nothing less. What's more, after the battle with the clowns, the ghoul's position has only gotten weaker. Yes, and the new system in place at the CCG, he plans to mercilessly and unilaterally oppress all. Yo, look at that! Don't show me shit like that, dude. That's fucking creep. That's absolutely terrifying. That Furta neo-Nazi CCG life, absolutely all converted to his whim. With the old guy too, running around with these Yora clones. I'm surprised he did. Yeah, I guarantee you, if there's a single there, and there has to be females amongst the yoga. I definitely remember seeing one. If they are really rooted in splicing both, utilizing Rise's Kako and cloning based off of that, like the tubes that we saw, and then I would say at some point they had to have utilized portions of Kaneki's Kako, at least for the lookalike, at the very least. Um, Even still, I'm surprised he hasn't developed like a little infatuation with one of them. Furta, it's way too volatile, man. It's way too unpredictable, unorthodox, absolutely twisted, sick, and depraved. And I really, really, really am the most interested to see how the man continues to move, and also the most terrified of it. But as long as he continues to underestimate Kaneki, I'm fine. That'll be his loss right there. Eye patch, what are you planning to do about it? My stance will not change. I will continue fighting on behalf of the ghoul. That's all. Still keeping your true intentions. You're playing that shit close to the chest. There's just one thing I don't understand. Why would someone like you, a former human, go to such lengths for ghouls? Now that's something the man is clearly grappling with himself. That's definitely something the man is clearly grappling with himself. Now at least in this position. Despite becoming this, I never thought, all right, it's time to fight for the ghouls. Say so nonchalant, Amon. Do you have some special feelings for them? It's because we're the same. Isolated from society, able to consume a few specific things. Actually, that line is heavy if you just look at it deeper and down on the surface level. They remind me of myself. I really believed that I was a kind-hearted human, but I was mistaken. There were a few humans that were important to me, but I couldn't care less about the majority of them. I don't care about taking the side of those I cannot see. I fight for those close to me. Oh. The king, bro. The motherfucking king. I love that panel too. It's super reminiscent. It almost bleeds an Arima air. But it's super reminiscent of the panels that he was doing last arc. That side profile shot. Yeah, that's dope. That's really dope. And it just so happens that they're mostly ghouls. And that's why I'm trying my hand at this fighting stuff. Not the most gallant of motivations, I know. In fact, I'm pretty sure this makes me a terrible leader, but on the contrary, I beg to differ, my dude. I think that's the very reason that you can call yourself the king. I see it, not at all. I get the feeling I know where you're coming from. Yet I'm glad the man can finally see him. That in of itself has answered all his questions about him that have been plaguing him for the longest. Yeah, there's no choice but for Amon to stay with Go. Absolutely no other choice. Amon, what are you going to do from now on? I don't know, but the feelings I held from back when I was an investigator haven't changed. I will do what I thought was right. Dude, that iron sense of justice. Such a good man. Such a motherfucking good man. I want to see for myself, although getting more insight into the history of Donato does kind of change the scope of how things will play out, especially with him not being able to control his cognitive at this point. But I want to see for myself what will happen to this world. Is this world really mistaken? Yo, this conversation is fucking good, dude. I'm very pleased with it. I've waited for so long for this. Now, Sheet, if you can just give me the Toka and Kaneki dialogue that you've been putting off for the whole entire last arc, I'll be 100% satisfied. Eye patch. What if the people you thought you lost, your friends and acquaintances, what if they somehow return to you? How would you feel? Yo, that's heavy too, though. I mean, he's been on the reverse end of that more times than I can count. But he hasn't really. I mean, that's not true though, because if you can make the argument that he lost it as far as his own semblance and memories. So he has been on the receiving end. It'd be frightening. Frightening. Because I'll have forgotten their names. Yo, this panel though has to be stylistic. Has to be stylistic choice for Machida because it definitely looks rough, but I love the angle. A little too pristine for Kaneki's sake at this point too, though. Fuck. What? Did I miss it? What the fuck is this? Sorry, Daddy. What the fuck is this shit? Wait, what the fuck? I'd worry that they might just disappear again. Wait, what the fuck just happened? Hold on. Let me see something. Did they make some sort of... There's a translation note on it. I don't fucking... I'm not. That's weird. I'm just gonna... I like this better. This seems like this is how it's supposed to be. I'd worry that they might just disappear again. And I think that carries more weight. I was just about to read into the symbolism of this forgotten their names thing. Not entirely sure as far as that dialogue bubble what correct translation would be. Are they just fucking with me? I'm not even gonna question that. We're just gonna pretend like the first page didn't exist. That's what we're gonna do. It's just as heavy though. Just as fucking heavy. Are you sure? Yo, all right. No, I just figured it out. I can't believe I'm done. I'm fucking done. And I still got more pages of the chapter left. These slippery bastards at Manga Stream, dude. They're playing game. Because I guarantee you, if I go try and corroborate this off of anything else, yo, they're trying to play games out here, dude. See, I don't understand why people feel the need to actually partake in festivities for this day, because it's an asshole move. Realistically, all you do is prompt the response of like, wait, really? Or what the fuck? And then you tell people like, haha, no, I was just fucking kidding. Because that the daddy thing, just that's the red flag. I'm taking that to be an April Fool's gag on their part. That's what I'm gonna. I didn't even think about that until just now. Because at first I thought that was an error. No, that's definitely them playing games with me right now. Fucking cheeky bastards. Are you sure? Oh, the old guy moving though. Captain Bay said he checked half the ones in there. So go to number 1. They're sniffing them out. This man is actually on that fucking crazy hunt. Catching half the things in here after all. Start. There's no hurry. Wait. It's number 8. Dude, this is fucked. He literally, and that's his main mode of work for them right now is just this hunt and that purge. He's dead ass serious about it too. Nasi Furita, man. That's what it is. Bingo. Good work. Silence. No need for flippancy. Exterminate them immediately. They seem to have no real sense. I mean, this is the only show of it so far. This is one panel. Dude on the right has some sense of humor and by part and parcel in translation and connected to that a sense of self. They really seem very much so 100% brainwashed under the man's control. I even think about as far as them being read to as clones. I haven't even thought about the development process. Because the project can't be that long standing, even if Fuercha just took it over. All questions I need to really think about later on. Shit, she brought out her Kagane. What the fuck, dude? They're all tainted with this particular brand of madness. This laughter. They slaughtered the child, dude. Look at it completely dismembered. Yo, Torso would be proud. That's some fine work. Literally every appendage just gone. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. They're pretty much defenseless. Like this is not the work that you need to be doing. Never been this. Yeah, Corey's words, man, and it's Corey's fault still, in my opinion. CCG is absolutely fucked. I mean, it was always fucked, but at least the truth was concealed. There was a regimented system, and it wasn't just mass genocide. So I don't even know how to feel about this right now. It's so fucking twisted. The only thing I could possibly see to redeem those guys is Kaneki conscripting them somehow. And I don't think they'd ever acquiesce to him. It's going to be like 10 times worse than the initial encounter between Kaneki and Shiro and Kuro. 10 times worse than that. Adding these new cues to the CCG means we've got quite a few more investigators with excellent noses. With enough time, we'll ferret out every last ghoul, my dear. What the fuck is this? Yo, what the hell, dude? Look at that smile, you sick bastard. It's like the first actual shot of Rise, because did we see her? God, it's shit like this. When I'm questioning myself, it's always these moments where I realize I need to do the reread. And I've been saying that for months now. I still haven't done it. I really need to. We didn't see her during the Shashi arc, did we? I don't recall. I really don't recall. But this is absolutely disturbing. This man and his sick love for her, besides the Ogai, are based on you and made with the stable Kano system. So he's taken the system that Chigyo that Kano reapproved from Chigyo for the new cues that he's been concocting, based on Rise, which was obvious to me with the little Rise clone tags, but still didn't explain unless you had access to Kaneki's genetics for that particular one. It doesn't make sense. In other words, I just made it just for that particular one that looked like him, though. I just made about 100 new Ken Kanekis. Now then, what to do with them? This man, there's so much in as far as the Yogai that has me like really concerned and curious right now. Because even just getting this confirmed doesn't really solve the overall project itself. Can no longer afford to remain waiting, and so they move. What is the matter, Marstella? What are you looking at? This is really what you're gonna do right now? I mean, it could be really interesting, but you've healed, haven't you? Can we talk for a little, Akira Mado? She said she would do it though. She said if the man spoke to her that she would be next. I'm really curious to see how this dialogue goes. I don't know if I seriously doubt that Akira is going to direct all of that resentment from Mado towards her, but not what I was expecting to get right now. This little intermediary, this transition into the next arc is giving us a lot of character development and dialogue that's really necessary. Like that Amon and Kaneki dialogue is still absolute greatness. I think that's definitely my favorite part of this chapter. The Akira and Amon was good, but it hurt. It pained me to see Akira in that state and shielding herself like that. But either way, I need Toka shine as it is. So whatever way we get that works for me. See what's up with the chat real quick. Shout out to the 130 people that are here. I love the support for Tokyo Ghoul, man, to be completely just like frank and honest with you, because I'm glad that we've developed a community around it, that we can talk about it aside from the absurdity that happens from time to time. And that's something that I'm genuinely like the most passionate about. You guys are as well. That is, I think, the best synergy that you could possibly have with a series on a channel. I need a reboot. I want to see Ken and Toka already. I really do too, Rodney. That's what I've been waiting for, but this is fine. As long as Toka gets shine in any sense, that's all right. Yes, I got fooled. Ha ha ha. Is there a note on that? I mean, let me see something. Yeah, there's no note on that. I see people talking about, yeah, it's a fucking, yo, they thought they were cute with that shit. They really did. They thought they were fucking cute with that shit. Fuck April Fools, dude. We're trying, does anyone else think that that's Hide buildup? Bro, the Hide buildup has been Hide buildup from day one, though. I mean, Hide buildup from day motherfucking one. It'll come to fruition soon enough. We all did no need to be pissed. I assume other people question it. There's no way I was the only one that read that and was like, and was not like, what the fuck? I don't believe you. If you tell me that you knew it was an April Fool's joke as soon as you read that page, I refuse to believe you. I definitely refuse to believe you. This crazy theory, Furuta? Well, he's actually Yuta. It's not anything revolutionary, Gus. That's an old theory. Yeah, it's an old theory. I don't think it's possible at this point with how much Furuta has been fleshed out. I really don't think it's possible. But 100 guy plus one real Kaneki because 101 for the dream of Yo, Golden, you've been on point with the comments today. You've been on point with it. Like that. Still, that is true. I forgot about 101. The man's already living life. He's got his girl in the tank. I don't think he needs any more. I don't think he really needs any more. What am I going to watch tomorrow? Check out my most anticipated video. That'll give you all the information that you could possibly need. Probably more than you actually want, but we got a couple of things coming tomorrow. Most of the chat is just the April Fool shit. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I fell for it. Haha. I don't give a fuck. Fuck the cheeky bastards. That's the thing. I love the manga stream team, but those assholes, man, they really confused the shit out of me. I was entranced by it because it was a dope panel. As far as symbolically and the way that the panel is constructed, The dialogue, actually, the first dialogue bubble was actually just as good and had a good amount of weight. If that would have been what he actually said, I prefer the apprehension of disappearing again, but really, Tai's Eye is out. Keep in mind when reading it, today's King's birthday. Just letting you know. Ah, fuck! Happy birthday to King. I did not know today was King's birthday as well. That's dope, man. Man deserves something good in his life right now, man. Hopefully that correlates to some good shit from Diana for him. But we'll see. It looks so beautiful in that group panel. That was a great shot, man. What do I prefer? Dalmatians or Dobermans? Such a random question. I don't really have a preference between those. Neither of them are my favorite kinds of dog. I'm not a big Dalmatians fan either, anyway. It's Usopp's birthday today? I mean, that makes sense. I didn't realize it's Usopp's birthday, too. I was just concerned with the Subaru birthday. I didn't even think of anything else. Anyway, I gotta digest some things for this chapter. I gotta start thinking about some Ogai theories more in depth than already what I have because it's too surface level. But nevertheless, let me know your thoughts on the chapter overall. Please smash that like button if you enjoyed. And the only other video today, I may be doing some gaming content today, but I'm not sure if I'm actually going to get it out today. Either way, ReZero Death or Kiss content is coming. Konosuba PC game content is coming. And P5 is coming on Monday night. So a lot of gaming content coming soon. I'll keep you guys posted on that. The only other reaction today is going to be Samurai Jack later tonight. So I hope to see you guys there. Otherwise, I'll see you for the new anime starting tomorrow. And I'm out. Peace.